Un grand jour, aujourd'hui, jeudi. Marcel, bonjour. Nous sommes ensemble pour vivre cette édition 2025 du championnat d'Europe Ponies de jumping. Marcel, une grande journée pour ces 45 cavaliers qui vont venir nous rejoindre.
And good morning to all. I think we have perfect weather conditions. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning to all riders, ponies, parents, coaches, sisters and brothers. We welcome you to the Pôle Européen and we wish you all good luck.
15 minutes avant de se retrouver, avant un grand moment de sport que l'on va expliquer tout à l'heure. 15 minutes avant de voir 1h30 de grand sport. Les meilleurs cavaliers européens poneys sont avec nous ici cette semaine.
45 riders to go in this class. You represent 13 nations, and we welcome you all. This is a table A against the clock.
Has grown and gone. The tree was happy when I was young, innocent, away from storms. The season, most leaves were falling down. We all young kids seeing sunset, enjoying dreams, running our beds. Sacred fires in our chest, been counting stars upon our heads. We all young kids seeing sunset, enjoying dreams, running our beds. Sacred fires in our chest, been counting stars upon our heads. Counting stars upon our heads. Years have passed since I left the shore. What are you only waiting for? Cause season after season, the roots won't grow no more. Eyes closed, I'm falling down. Tired bones on solid ground. It's season after season, cause leaves ain't growing no more. We all young kids seeing sunset, enjoying dreams, running our beds. Sacred fires in our chest, been counting stars upon our heads. We all young kids seeing sunset, enjoying dreams, running our beds. Sacred fires in our chest, been counting stars upon our heads. Counting stars upon our heads. Counting stars upon our heads.
Qui succédera à Jack Kent, médaillé d'or l'an dernier en individuel pour l'Irlande avec Double Pleasure? Qui succédera à la Grande-Bretagne, médaillé d'or par équipe, à l'Allemagne qui obtenait l'argent ou encore à l'Irlande? L'an dernier, cette histoire s'écrivait à Glabecq en Belgique. Il y a 2 ans, c'était ici, souvenez-vous, au Mans, au pôle européen du cheval avec Paddy Rip qui l'emportait. Pour l'Irlande, à nouveau, avec Fernando. L'Irlande remportait l'or par équipe, la Suède remportait l'argent, la Grande-Bretagne était en bronze. Et d'ailleurs, depuis 19 ans, l'Irlande est la nation qui cumule 8 médailles d'or en individuel. La Grande-Bretagne est la nation forte par équipe. L'Irlande cumule le plus de médailles d'argent et France et Irlande d'ailleurs se retrouvent dans le match pour le bronze.
And ladies and gentlemen, riders, who will succeed last year's victory? Gold was Great Britain, silver Germany, and bronze Ireland. The individual winner was Jack Kent with Double Pleasure, riding for Belgium. Who will be this year's 2025 winner?
Ils sont 45, venus de 13 nations pour défendre leurs couleurs, leur drapeau sur cette édition 2025 du championnat d'Europe Poney, côté jumping. Mais Marcel, cette année, 28 nations sont au rendez-vous, près de 400 engagés sur ces championnats d'Europe qui mêlent la discipline du jumping pour les poneys, la discipline du concours complet d'équitation pour les poneys également, tout comme le dressage, et puis également le dressage children, le dressage junior, et puis du horseball sur 6 journées de compétition, le horseball.
Not only do we have jumping, we have horseball, we have dressage, we have eventing. We have a total of 28 nations representing all of the disciplines. And for jumping, we have 13 nations.
53 équipes se sont donné rendez-vous pour représenter leurs couleurs et ce dignement. On a vécu une formidable cérémonie d'ouverture. C'était mardi soir déjà, que le temps passe vite. Hier, ces 45 couples ont pu découvrir la piste. Cavaliers et poneys ont pu sauter quelques obstacles, fouler quelque peu cette piste et bien pour donner une première impression de ce qui les attend sur ces 4 journées réservées au jumping. Aujourd'hui, barème au chrono, on va y revenir tout à l'heure pour cette première épreuve qualificative, barème au chrono, 1m30 pour la cote des obstacles. Et le temps pour nous peut-être de présenter notre jury présidé par Mr. Andrew Pollard pour la Grande-Bretagne. Monsieur Michel Mathieu sera des nôtres pour les couleurs de la Belgique. Et pour les couleurs françaises, Monsieur Thomas Desmarais, Didier Gondet et Sylvie Brossard-Maté.
And a good morning to our jury. The president is Andrew Pollard. From Great Britain, Michel Mathieu. From Belgium, Thomas Desmarais from France, and Didier Gondier from France, and Sylvie Brossard-Maté from France.
Notre déléguée technique sur le côté jumping s'appelle Elena Bosch-Gracia. Elle nous vient d'Espagne.
And a welcome to Elena Bosch-Garcia, and she is our technical delegate for the jumps.
Et puis nos chefs de piste sur cette histoire internationale, sur cette échéance européenne, 2 Français en tant que course designer, Cédric Longis, Jean-Christophe Lapara.
And a good morning to our course designers, Cédric Longis et Jean-Christophe Lapara.
And the arena is closed, Marcel. La fermeture de la piste est donnée ici. Nous sommes à 7 minutes du premier en piste pour cette échéance 2025.
And you just heard the bell. That means that the course is now closed and the competition will begin in 7 minutes. Again, good luck to all riders and their ponies.
Cédric Longis, Jean-Christophe Lapara pour chef de piste. On va commencer cette histoire sur un Auxerre, ce premier parcours, coté à 1m30. 450 mètres pour la distance, 350 mètres minutes pour le tempo moyen à tenir, 78 secondes pour le temps accordé. Auxerre en numéro 1, aux barres blanches, orange et bleu. Un tracé assez aéré qui a début de parcours, qui nous permettra d'aller sur un vertical en numéro 2. Souvenez-vous de ce front d'obstacle. Il était à Versailles à l'occasion des Jeux Olympiques de Paris 2024. Ensuite, à gauche, retrouvons des barres unies bleues en élément numéro 3. Attention, on se rapproche près de l'entrée de piste pour ce troisième élément de parcours. On reste sur la dynamique du bleu avec le numéro 4, un Auxerre aux couleurs Vérédus. Attention, on est dos à l'entrée de piste et puis 8 foulées à dessiner quelque peu pour la première des 3 combinaisons qui vont nous attendre sur ce parcours. Entrée verticale, sortie verticale en une foulée, les couleurs de CWD, partenaire majeur de cette semaine européenne ici au pôle européen du cheval. À droite, ensuite pour aller sur la barre de Spa en élément numéro 6. Certainement 7 foulées, peut-être d'autres feront 8 selon l'axe pour aller chercher la palanque de la Fédération française d'équitation en élément numéro 7. À gauche ensuite, un peu de temps pour respirer, mais attention à cette combinaison assez sérieuse et à cette ligne assez sérieuse en numéro 8 et 9. Entrée verticale, une foulée, sortie Auxerre, quelques 5 foulées au contrôle pour retrouver l'Auxerre rose et blanc numéro 9. On repasse à gauche, la ligne 10, 11, 12, dernière ligne de ce parcours, verticale en numéro 10, on retrouve ici le front d'obstacle de Paris 2024, 6 foulées, dernière combinaison aux couleurs un peu plus naturelles, blanche, jaune et verte, avec entrée sur Auxerre, une foulée sortie sur verticale et quelques 9 foulées, là aussi au contrôle, pour terminer sur un Auxerre sous basse mobilet aux barres rose et violette. 450 mètres, 78 secondes, 12 obstacles, 15 efforts à fournir pour les poneys.
And for the course today, we have a table A against the clock. The heights of all the jumps are 130. I'll do a raccourci of what Matthew just described. The number of jumps is 12 with 15 efforts, and the course is designed by Cédric Longis and Jean-Christophe Leparat. And the technical delegate is Elena Bush Garcia. And just a note that there are 2 jumps from the Olympics from last year, jumps number 2 and number 10. So it's a great opportunity to jump the same jumps that the best riders of the world jumped last year at the Olympics in Paris.
13 nations engagées dans le jumping, l'Estonie, la France, la Grande-Bretagne, l'Allemagne, la Hongrie, l'Irlande, l'Italie, les Pays-Bas, la Belgique, la Suède, les couleurs monégasques, l'Autriche, le Danemark, 13 nations à en découdre sur cette épreuve.
13 nations, Estonia, France, Great Britain, Germany, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, the Netherlands, Belgium, Monaco, Denmark, Austria, and Sweden.
45 couples donc à nous rejoindre sur cette piste, sur ce dessin de Cédric Longis, de Jean-Christophe Laparat. 12 obstacles, 15 sauts à fournir pour ces poneys. Vivez un beau moment de sport en notre compagnie et en la compagnie de ces 45 athlètes, les futurs grands athlètes des terrains internationaux. On se souvient bien évidemment d'un Bertrand Malène qui est passé par le label Poney, qui est parmi les meilleurs mondiaux aujourd'hui. On se souvient d'une Nina Malvé, championne de France en titre, qui est elle aussi passée par ces échéances et qui était au championnat d'Europe il y a quelques semaines de cela, qui était classée dans le Grand Prix de Dinard la semaine dernière. Tous sont passés par ces échéances européennes Poney.
There were 12 jumps, 15 efforts, represented by 13 nations, 45 riders.
Irlande l'an dernier, Irlande depuis 2022 pour l'individuel. La France était en or pour la dernière fois, c'était en 2021 à Strasbourg. La France était en argent en 2022, également côté Pologne à Strasbourg. Et la France en individuel, eh bien la dernière victoire, c'était avec Justine Meert, avec Shamrock du Gite. C'était en 2015 à Malmö. On se souvient également de la victoire de Nino Castex, des nôtres d'ailleurs cette semaine, avec le regretté Cabard des Monceaux. C'était en 2014 à Mill Street. Le pôle européen du cheval, la Fédération équestre internationale, la Fédération française d'équitation vous propose ici l'édition 2025 des championnats d'Europe Jumping Poney.
Welcome, Joy. Welcome, Cash Van Orchids. Our first.
Well, hello everybody.
Joy
Welcome
is
along
first
to
championship
the
class for the
2025
season
Jumping
2025.
FEI European Championships for ponies, and of course the show jumping championship for 2025 getting underway. Welcome to France. Welcome to Le Mans. It's the amazing venue that brings together, of course, all of the FEI disciplines of jumping, dressage and eventing this year, with so much for us to enjoy. And it is the opening leg of the jumping today, the Pony First qualifying competition that's going to get things underway. Great to see all the teams here, 8 different teams, 13 different nations when you wrap in the individuals to that as well. Joy Newman will be the pathfinder for the Dutch, getting things underway. Of course, looking for the top 3 scores from today to count towards that team total. Then when we go into the team competitions over the coming days, that'll lock into 4 riders, where they'll again be using the best 3 of 4 scores. So opening day, just giving everyone a little bit more of an opportunity. And as you're looking for individual medals, you've got the best part of 5 rounds and perhaps even a jump off ahead of you. It's a long way through to the final individual medals on Sunday. But this combination that have been on the team in Zijdeveld this year, and also in Hagen, where they've helped the team in Linz as well to the podium, Cash Van Orchids. Well done. What a perfect start it is for both the Dutch and Joy Newman there with Cash Van Orchids, the first to go. Starting perfectly with a clear round. Should bring in the time allowed at some point. It's 78 seconds. That time of 70.85 makes things look a little bit more comfortable after the first one is gone, but we'll see how that balances off, because you're never quite sure when the first one goes, if it's the same as the others are going to be. But it was a lovely round of jumping. And there's the bell in the background to start the next combination, which is Maya 389, the mare ridden by Johanna Tefanu for Estonia, riding as an individual, competed at the Pony Baltic Championships last year, and we'll be heading our way in just a moment. Talking of which, here they are.
Estonia is Johanna Tefanu and Maya 389.
So getting underway over the swans. That right-handed turn. Ooh, and unfortunately, there's the first faults of 2025. First, but I'm sure not the last. It'll be interesting to see how these two get on with the time, because she is riding just a little bit slower than we saw Joy do. Struggling a little bit with the balance coming across there. She did well to recover things as she got to the double. There is some time penalties, and I just had a feeling that might happen. She was just a little bit slower in the way she was riding. 13 is the final score. 82.18 is the final time. As I say, here is a individual this year for Estonia. In terms of team, shall I say team competition? Let's use that word. The Netherlands, France, Germany, Sweden, Belgium, Italy, Great Britain and Ireland are the teams here this year. The defending champions, Great Britain. Of course, Ireland taking it the 2 years prior to that. France back in 2021. Italy, you've got to look back to 2016. In fact, I realise Germany haven't won it since 2013. So plenty of nations there that will be looking to try and sort of get ahead of Great Britain and Ireland, who have had such a successful run over the recent years. Now on to Denmark for the next to go, also then as an individual here this year in the ponies with Lady Crown. The rider is Selma Hunderborg Dressler. This little mare by Crown Z. Combination last year at the Baltic Championships. Selma was the gold medal winner. This is her third Pony Europeans, and sadly there's her first fence going down. Coming to the finish line at a much better pace, so clearly inside the time allowed. But unfortunately it is a score of 8 for the Danish rider there. Selma Humboldt Dressler and Lady Crown. Back to team competition. Of course, all the team riders also competing as individuals as well. These faults on day one will count all the way through in the individual competition. France up next with Victoria Dumanel riding Hannibal de Loire. So first major championship appearance as part of the podium celebrations in Compiègne in that Pony Nations Cup back in April. Seems to have got off to a nice start over the first couple of fences, and then I speak too soon because just diving a little bit at the third and away goes the pole. Well, as another rider finishes with faults, Victoria and Hannibal de Loire. At the moment, it's showing how impressive that opening round was, especially from Joy Newman and Cash van Orchids, the Dutch rider who was first out and, of course, jumped that clear round. Well, the next up is the first for Team Germany, Victoria Hilger, riding Django 30.
Representing Germany is Victoria Hilger with Django 30.
La Mannschaft arrive en
Again,
piste.
it's their team debut in terms of championships.
Et de Médoc, Victoria Elger sur la
Started riding
conduite
internationally with the
à présent
Ponies
est déjà en
last
Grand Prix
year.
CSIP à Lire, c'était au mois d'avril. Une troisième place sur 1,30 m à l'occasion du CSIOP
She's
de
had quite a
Hagen
good
au mois de
track
juin.
record this season, jumping in the likes of Hagen, Linz and others. This is going well at the moment. She's got into a nice rhythm and the pony looking towards the next jump. Oh dear. Ooh. Well, what a shame that is, because that is elimination, unfortunately, for the first of Germany. As the bell sounds, second refusal. Disappointing end for that partnership. Victoria Hilger there.
Unfortunately, an elimination for Victoria.
All the teams, of course, as I said, got 5 riders in them, and they're only counting 3 scores in this first round. Next to go, Selma Gustafsson Delin. This is the first up for Team Sweden, riding Baravali's Shadow. And this partnership were on the Swedish team at the Pony Europeans last year in Belgium. The team just missed out on the podium because they finished in 4th, and she got all the way through to the individual final, finished in the top 15. She's, of course, then been back on teams this year. They helped the Swedish team to finish in 2nd place in France back in April.
Selma Gustavus Tellen with Bar Valley Shadow.
So at the moment, still just that one clear round coming from the first from Team Netherlands. Joy Newman and Cash van Orchids.
La dernière fois que la Suède est montée sur le podium par équipe, c'était en 2023, ici même, au Mans. Elle était en argent.
Coming round towards these final few fences on a score of 4. Through the double 11A and B. A little bit of a curve then to the final fence. And it is just a score of 4. For the first to go from Team Sweden there, Selma Gustafsson Thielen and Baravali Shadow, that gelding by Temple Ready Fierbois.
Alors on restera à 4 points sur ce parcours de la Suédoise Selma Gustafsson.
So at the moment, still again just that one clear, giving the Dutch a much safer start when it comes to the scores. Well, walking, trotting, jogging, should we say, our way is the next to go. Clementine Lux from Belgium. Ergen de Chevrier Now, this is a partnership that jumped for the team last year. Belgium, though, in fact, struggled a little bit, their home Europeans. She also rode at the Children's European Championships in Minore back in 2023, 2 years ago, where she was the individual gold medal winner. That was on Cache de la Cure. Now, we'll see how she gets on today, but at least has that experience of riding in these championship classes. It's a very different feeling in so many ways to, of course, competing in even a normal Nations Cup. She's doing a very good job at the moment. We've seen this plank catch out Team Germany, but it's fine for these two. The team certainly putting experience at the head of their line when it comes to organising the order of their team members, and it's paid dividends for Team Belgium. 17 Lux delivering a lovely clear round. Erdogan is safely up and over all those fences, and it is our second clear of the morning. Give a lot of confidence, a big boost to the teams, always the case when they get to see their teammate first in their team go clear. Well, the next to go rides for Italy in the famous blue coats of the Italian youth riders. Flavio Campanella riding Bobby Dawn. Been drawn first to go. Rode with this pony at the Pony European Championships last year in Belgium. Of course, it's been again on teams this season. Rode as well at the Pony Nations Cup finals in Lier last September. Again, just a little bit of a steadier pace. He's just trying to be careful where he places his pony as he comes to each individual jump. Yeah, he did there move up a little bit on the corner, which will help, but it just needs to be a little bit careful with the clock as much as it's not causing any problems. He's only got 8 seconds to get home. He's not going to have a huge amount of spare time. Oh no, got a little bit deep at the last, and sadly it's gone down. Gets inside by 0.6 of a second on the clock, but 12 penalties is the final score. A tough start for the Italians as well. Flavio Campanella and Bobby Dawn. Still two teams we haven't seen. Two teams that have dominated the pony gold medals in the teams over the recent years. Great Britain and Ireland. And we'll start with Great Britain, who are the defending champions. Holly Gherkin was on that gold medal winning team with this pony 12 months ago. They also finished in 4th place individually. This is Galaxy. And there's the bell to kick things off. Part of the British team that finished in second place just recently in Hagen and also in Zideveld. British team also taking, well, they sort of did the pony double last year because they didn't just win the European title, they also won the Nations Cup final in Leer as well as the team gold at the Euros. Oh, first part of the double's gone down at the bottom of the arena, right down there in front of the grandstand. Clear rounds are not coming easy at the moment for any of these riders. Finishes on the 4, 1 fence down, 4 faults scored. Holly Gherkin and Galaxy. First up for the defending champions, Great Britain.
And 4 faults at a time of 73 seconds for Holly and Galaxy. And while we welcome Ireland, Cian McFun.
Well, Ireland go next. Team gold medal winners in 4 of the last 7 Pony European Championships. Cian McMahon is going to be the first to go. It's his first time competing at the Pony Europeans, although he's no stranger to European Championships, having twice now ridden at the Children's European Championships, both in 2022 and in 2023. Riding here with Esperando SK. Beautifully done, well done. Nicely clear all the way. And that means for Ireland it's the perfect start. Well done there to Cian. We've actually now seen one rider go from each of the teams involved. So as much as we can obviously say they're all yet could well be discarded scores, it doesn't, nothing counts. It's only 3 of the 5 that'll count today. You have to say it's advantage to the clears. Netherlands, Belgium and Ireland are the 3 nations with a clear round from their opening rider. So let's flip back to where we started, go now to Senna Beckers. Of course, the Dutch with that strong, really impressive clear round from Joy Newman as the very first to go in the arena. Now Senna Beckers riding the beautifully named Cupcake that has recently come off the back of a lovely second place in a Grand Prix in Centaur in June. It's her first European outing, first championship appearance for the Netherlands. little team of ponies. Now, Cupcake. Years of age. Being produced, actually, this is a pony that actually got produced by Saudi rider Khaled Al Motbi. A very new ride, the Senna. Number 4 as they come home. Time as well, and how costly may that turn out to be a little later. We have to, well, let time tell. When we get towards the end, we'll find out. But it is 4 jumping and 1 on the clock, so 5 as a final score. As we know, the Netherlands have got that advantage of having a clear round from their first rider. Now, it's France, home nation, of course, this year. The added support, but I'm sure a little bit of added pressure as well. Elsie Skiriri is the next of Team France to come and join us. First French rider picking up a score of 8. Championship debut for Elsie. Rode on the team in Compiègne. Helped France finish on the podium at home. Nice positive way of riding. Oh no, gentle little touch as it may well have been, but it was a touch, and the last part of the double went down. Really almost not deserving that, but she's just a little bit too forward and suddenly taps the pole and down it goes, and it's a score of 4 for Elsie. So France with an 8 and a 4 so far, and again both can be discarded, but that is when you start to see a little bit pressure then getting added in for their next 3 riders. Now to Germany, who sadly had their first rider eliminated, so they could do with a good round just to sort of steer them back on course. Lina Marie Krauss is up next. She was part of that silver medal winning team last year. Different pony though this year. Last year she was riding Woodstock. This year Miss McFly D NRW is the Westphalian mare. So this is the second for Team Germany. Lina Marie Krauss. We come to the triple bar. they've also had that double down at the bottom, the first part, I think, going down. It hasn't come up yet. Oh, yeah, now it has. Then there's the second fence down as well there. So picking up a score of 8. It's not always easy to see every pole. We'll do our best. 8 it is, safe with the clock, yes, but 8 penalties for the jumping score there of Lena Marie Cross and Miss McFly, DNLW. Oh, what a shame. Germany,
Two bars now for a total of
as I
8
say,
balls
with that
for
elimination,
Lena Marie
could have
Cross.
perhaps done with a
Live for a
clear
total of
round really to
76
guide them back. But we'll see how they've still got a strong lineup with the next 3 riders still to come. And the clear rounds have been, well, I think I could say few and far between. There are only 3 clears out of the 13 that have jumped so far. Lily Malmström goes next, Sweden once more. And Sparkling Lackmore Joey is the name of the pony. Now, Lily with Helga has already been part of the gold medal winning team of the Baltic Championships.
La dernière fois que la Suède est montée sur un podium, c'était en 2023 ici même moment. Et puis la dernière fois que la Suède s'octroyait la médaille d'or.
This was the pony that in 2023, Kian Dor, the Irish jockey, rode to individual bronze and team gold here in Le Mans. Oh, that's unfortunate. Kept it to the 4 though.
And a very fast round
In fact,
for
both of Sweden's 82 riders have gone round for 4, so solid enough performances. Lily Malmström there and Sparkling Lackmore Joey getting their European Championships underway. Now Belgium up next, of course, had that lovely clear round from Clementine Lux, has put them on the front foot. Now it's Elise Diron, Dance Floor de Courroy. Combination were part of Belgium's Pony Championship team at home 12 months ago. Bell to start things off.
Également l'an dernier au championnat d'Europe, voici Dance Floor du Courroy, 3e de la Coupe des Nations à Hooglabec en avril dernier.
Can she follow up for Belgium? Doing a tremendous job at the moment, just coming quite wide now, getting as straight as they can. Oh, got too deep. Oh dear. Oh, they've done a superb job up until that moment, and then just a little bit Wrong coming down to the double at 11A and B, ends up too deep, only goes up but can't go over. And of course, with it being a double, there's no escaping. So of course, also 6 seconds gets added in to the clock for the rebuild. And now has to come back to that double to start again. It's a much better jump in and out. Really never looked like they were going to have a problem, but sadly they did. And with the 6 seconds added in, the time is also an issue. 17 becomes the total score. So it's 8 plus 9. Sorry, 8 plus 6 or 7, even. Well, that was Belgium's Elise Dillon. That's Flor de Corroy. Now we can see we have a combination riding for Austria. So riding here as an individual this week is Raphael Maximilian Rackart, riding Mary Lucy 3.
Et cette fois donc Marie-Louise Fouet pour accompagner l'équitation de Raphaël Maximilian Richard.
Last year was competing for Team Germany, where he was part of the silver medal winning team on Casino Royale. As I say, this year under the Austrian flag, but competing as an individual. One fence falls, 4 becomes the score. He joins the lineup of riders on 4 in a time of 72.62.
Termine avec l'Autriche et direction l'Italie à présent avec Alix de Vusit sous l'équitation de Maria Privitera. Le petit-fils ici de Dexter Limpondi qui était déjà engagé l'an dernier.
So he goes into 7th place as an individual as things stand. 3 clear rounds. Clementine Lux, Joy Newman and Kian McMahon. Clears certainly not proving to be easy to find. Well, the next up is for the Italian team, who picked up a total of 12 with their opening rider, but we'll see what happens as the discards get rid of some of them. Setting the second of the 5 for the Italian team, Maria Previtera, riding Calix de Vusit. Rode on the pony team with this ride last year. Certainly been a course that shared out its problems so far anyway, but it's another that comes home on a score of 4, goes 7th with the time, 71.38. And 4 there for the second of the riders out for Team Italy. Maria Privertera and Calix de Visit.
For Maria Privera, the time of 71 seconds, 3:8, fourth.
So that's how things stand at the moment. And now we go to Great Britain's second jockey. And this will be Lucy Kappa with Oscar. This is Lucy's European Championship debut for the British team. Part of the winning Pony Nations Cup team in Linz this year. Part of the podium performance in Hagen. Combination also rode on the FEI Ponies Trophy during the winter. They were the winners of the FEI Pony Trophy Grand Prix of Salzburg back in December last year. First of the British team, Holly Gherkin, had that one fenced out. Now for their second rider. Oh dear, just catches that back rail in the parallel coming out of the double. It's 8 riders now that have gone around this course to finish on 4, and still just 3 of them clear, and 4 apiece for the 2 opening riders for Team Great Britain. There where the second ride was Lucy Kappa riding Oscar. Well, Ireland going next, of course, started with a clear round, courtesy of Cian McMahon. Now Ruben Foley's turn with Wineport Q Jr. Ruben, who riding Cratcher last year, helped the Irish team to a bronze medal. Still has Cratcher, but this is a new ride in the form of Wineport Q. Carrying the 8 penalties so far. And crossing the line on a total of 8 come the end of the round as well. So 8 for Ruben Foley. That was the second to go for Team Ireland. Still just those 3 clear rounds that came much earlier on in the competition. Clementine Lux, Joy Newman and Keir McMahon from an individual standpoint, the 1, 2, 3. Then that list of fours that sits below them. But we've now seen 2 riders to go from each of the teams. And interestingly, no team has 2 riders clear. So on we go, back to the Netherlands, who have a clear and a 5. Of course, now we're going to start to find out which scores begin to count. Obviously, from the Dutch point of view, whatever happens with this rider, they've got the 0 from Joy Newman ready to use at the beginning at least. Now this will be Jezebel Visa riding Kinaf van Orchids. First championship appearance for Jezebel. Soren been on the team on a couple of occasions this year in Zidveld and in Hagen. Oh, what brilliant news for Team Netherlands, the Dutch securing a clear round with Jezebel Visa, 73.92. Goes up into 3rd in terms of those individual rankings, but it's the importance of the 0 score from the team. They've got 2 out of 3 riders clear. Great news. Jezebel Visa going clear for the Netherlands. What a super round that was. Very composed. Well, now to the home team and to France. Gabriel Richard. Dandy Royal is the name of this pony, this little mare. Again, it's another rider who's making a European debut. Has had a couple of team outings this year, notably the podium in Centaur back in April. France, whose opening 2 riders have an 8 and a 4, which are held as discards for the moment. Well, also to do with a clear round here to keep them on track to be able to finish this opening competition on a score of 0.
Riding for the 2nd time in European Championships, riding for France is Gabriel Richard with Dandy Royal.
France with another pole going down, so they are the first team that are going to actually move on to a penalty score because they are now on a best outcome of 4. Oh dear, again just losing. You saw how the rhythm just went. She just got pulled a little bit into the first part of that double. So carrying the score of 8. And finishing on this score of 8 as Team France then will move on to a best outcome of 4. Gabrielle Richard there, and Dan de Royal, the third of the team riders for our hosts here in Le Mans. We'll jump 2 more before we take a little pause for some arena maintenance today. Brianna Beerbaum now for Team Germany. Certainly a team that could do with a solid round. Of course, they had that elimination earlier from their first rider. They've had an 8 from their second rider. Brianne, though, bringing a lot of experience. And she's now competed at 2 European Championships in 2023 and in 2024 in the children's category. Part of that gold medal winning team in 2023 for Germany. She also took the individual bronze medal last year. That was at the Children's Europeans in the Netherlands. Now having her first opportunity to compete at a Pony Europeans with Sukato. Oh dear, no.
Are you okay, Brianna?
Oh, I hope she is okay. She's just taking a moment. She's come down quite heavily on the poles. We'll keep our fingers crossed as the team head over to ensure that she is going to be okay. That just sort of all happened out of nowhere. Well, massive disappointment.
Yes, thank you for your round of applause to accompany her.
The applause, I think, is just because she is able to walk away. I mean, it's been a tough day for Germany, hasn't it? That's 2 riders they've had eliminated out of their first 3. The eliminations don't stop the team being able to use those riders going forward, and from an individual standpoint, they're given 20 penalty score that is a score that is 20 penalties higher than the highest score of the rider that finished. So at the moment, I think that's 37. So what a shame from Brianna Beerbaum's point of view. Now that, from Germany's perspective, puts them on a team's total of 8 here in this first competition. Well, to take us up to a little intermission in proceedings here this morning, it's going to be Team Sweden, who have had 2 riders go round for 4 apiece so far. And now has Saga Dabak riding Rathossi Mountain Mist. Rode this pony at the Baltic Championships last year, part of the silver medal winning team. Well, this is be a handy round for Sweden if it could be clear, but still only 4 clear rounds. And this is what, the 23rd combination? Oh dear, got deep. Now she's got stuck. Well, Team Sweden also then going to move on to a team total of 4 for the time being as the best outcome for today. That brings their total up to 12. And I'm pretty sure the front row went there. It did 16. That upright's gone. Oh dear. Unfortunately, time penalties in the moment, as well as, of course, a handy amount of jumping. So it's a total of 30
Nice finish
come
for
the end of the
Sweden.
round for Saga de back there.
9-7 and a
And
total of
Sweden
30
with
points for
Rothosi
Sweden
Mountain Mist.
in another class.
Well, as I say, that's only 3 gone now for, what have we had? 3 gone for Germany, 3 gone for Sweden, 3 gone for France, 3 gone for the Netherlands. The Netherlands are certainly looking good, though. They've had 2 clear rounds from their opening 3 riders, so no questioning their strength so far. We'll see, though, how the others get on when we come back in about 15 minutes, according to what it says here. We'll have a little intermission, a little pause, let a bit of arena maintenance get done, and we'll be back live with you on FEI TV in 15 minutes' time.
And our leader for the moment is Clémentine Lux, riding for Belgium. Following is the Netherlands. 2 team members, Joy in second place and Jezebel in third. And in fourth place, riding for Ireland, is Kian McMoon. And in fifth place, with 4 points, is Zilly Melstrom from Sweden. And in sixth place, Elise from France.
Retrouvons-nous donc dans 15 minutes tout juste pour la deuxième et dernière partie de cette première épreuve qualificative du championnat d'Europe Poney Jumping 2025.
And we'll take a quick pause, 15 minutes, get a cup of coffee, enjoy the area, and we'll see you in just a few minutes.
En place, chers amis, en place, nous allons reprendre la deuxième partie de cette épreuve, première épreuve qualificative pour les individuels comme pour les équipes, puisque les 3 meilleurs scores de chacune des nations seront comptés ici pour le classement par équipe. Pour le moment, celle qui s'en sort le mieux, c'est Clémentine Lux, la Belge, avec Eogan de Ségurin en 68,96. Joy Neumann est deuxième pour les Pays-Bas, et les Pays-Bas vont bien puisque Jezebel Visser est en troisième place. Il y a 400 fautes pour l'heure.
And welcome back. Welcome back for this qualification class, which counts for individual and team. We'll take the top 3 teams. And for the moment, leading is Clémentine for Belgium, and second and third place is the Netherlands.
3, 2, 1, nous sommes repartis pour la compétition ici des Ponies. Première épreuve qualificative.
Welcome back to Le Mans. Welcome back to the FEI Jumping Pony European Championships for 2025. We're halfway through the first competition here in the show jumping, and we're slowly but surely building a picture as to what the overall team results will be at the end of the opening day. Of course, individuals as well, all the team riders and all the riders counting for both, well, all counting for individual, and those in the teams, of course, the best 3 of the 5 will count today for the teams. Now, this is a course that has certainly created a lot to think about for those still to come, because clear rounds have been a little sparse. We've only had 4 so far out of the opening 23 combinations that have gone. The best news is so far with the Netherlands, the Dutch, who have had 2 clears out of their first 3 riders, but not all the teams have had 3 so far, so let's move on. Belgium have actually had a clear from their opening rider. Now they've got their 3rd rider. Can they get 2 out of 3? Here with de Schirier riding Tiramo van Prinsenveld, again part of that pony team in Belgium last year. With this stallion. Recently, these 2 helped Belgium to the podium in Italy at that Pony Nations Cup in Bistorizio. Oh, no. Gets caught over the first part, and therefore coming to a grinding halt at the second part as they took the pole with them. There wasn't really much else the pony or rider could do at that point, so they're going to need for that fence to be rebuilt. And that will also incur a 6-second time penalty for the rebuild, which may well push them towards time penalties. But we'll see, it's still quite early in the course. But the time allowed is 78 seconds. So, from Belgium's perspective, of course, they could still yet finish on a 0 score today, but they're going to need clear rounds from their final 2 riders to go. Ooh. Oh, second stop. I think the pony's confidence gone a little bit there, and that sadly is elimination. So they're certainly going to need strong performances from their last 2 jockeys now, but that was not what they were hoping for. Tiramo van Prinsenveld and Radeskirier. So from Belgium to Hungary. Now Hungary without a team, so this is a partnership that are competing as individuals this week. This is Dorothea Garavitsia riding Red Star Optimus. Dorothea now competing in her 3rd Pony European Championships, competed here in Le Mans 2 years ago. Of course, we yet return to this lovely venue. They were in Belgium last year. There's a different pony on each occasion, so it's now Red Star Optimus. to a good start. Well, turning a good start into a strong finish. What a lovely round that was. It's clear. Steady but clear. Clear is important. The 0 score is what they needed. Dorota Gorica for Hungary. Riding here as an individual has had the perfect start. 76.05, just inside the time allowed by a couple of seconds. So goes into 5th place in terms of Fulton time order, but that clear round is what they really needed. With all that great news, we've got a lot of jumping to come. The individuals medals, some 5 rounds of jumping ahead of them. Now, Giorgia Marini riding Calo Finish PJ. This is Italy's 3rd rider. Their first 2 with a 12 and a 4. Currently both sat as discards.
And a warm welcome to
Giorgia Marini up next. European Championship debut for Giorgio.
Together.
The Italian team, he was on that Italian team that finished 2nd at home in Busto Arizio in the Ponies. Well, so far on the 4 as they turn back towards this final line down towards home. The Italian team now on a best score of 4 today. But that's a solid performance, despite the fact there is a fence down, to just finish on the 4. I'm not sure they'll be that unhappy with that. Well done to Giorgia Marini and Calo Finish PJ, so the Italian team on a best outcome of 4, like Sweden, like France, and also like Belgium and the Netherlands, of course, could yet still finish on 0. Well, Great Britain have had 2 riders go, and both of which have gone round for a total of 4, the defending champions. Now it is Darcy Breen. Darcy, who was part of the team bronze medal performance at the Children's European Championships a couple of years ago in Italy, where she finished in 4th place individually. Now competing at her first Pony Europeans on 1 Sahara. She was part of that British team that took the win in Linz back at the beginning of May, and also part of the podium performance in Hagen. Really confident, well ridden. Also riding well through the double, shortened up nicely when she needed to. It's a really nice performance there for the British rider. Superb clear, just when the British team needed it. It's their opening clear round, and it's delivered by Darcy Breen. Time-wise puts her third, but it's the importance of that 0 penalty score that works for her and Team Great Britain. So, British team now with a clear round, enabling them, for the moment at least, to still stay on 0 alongside Belgium and the Netherlands. Ireland could do the same, or will do the same, because they've already got a clear. This is Widger up next, rider number 3 for Team Ireland. Ireland with a clear and an 8 from their first 2 riders. Well, Sam is riding Western Ranger. He was on the children's team last year at the European Championships. Part of Ireland's winning team in Hagen this year. Oh, what a brilliant performance. Ireland are now up there with the Dutch in terms of getting 2 out of their 3 riders clear so far. So certainly putting them on the front foot and having, what did we see, 4 clear rounds in the first half of the class, and now we've seen 3 out of 5 at the start of the second half of the class. So you just never know. It swings in roundabouts. Right, so we've actually now seen 3 riders go from each of the teams. So we can tell you that the best potential outcomes at this stage are 2 riders to go for each team. The Netherlands, Belgium, Great Britain and Ireland could yet finish on 0. This is, I say, only the first of what will be 3 rounds for the teams. Then France, Sweden and Italy on 4, Germany on 8. Let's see what happens.
Next rider to go,
This is just the first qualifying competition for the Ponies. The teams then continuing over the days to come with much more to enjoy. We'll have the team final tomorrow over 2 rounds, of course. Now this is rider number 4 for the Dutch. And on course now, Lois Wilschut riding Benevera for play. Clear round from these 2 would lock in that 0 score after the first qualifying competition as well. She rode on the pony European team last year for the Netherlands, but that with a different pony. Ah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the Netherlands. The team now securing their 3rd clear round. Mission accomplished. Minvera for play has secured the Netherlands now a 0 score today. So that's tremendous news. Now to France. Now their best outcome is a score of 4 today. Their discards are both 8 penalty scores. Luan Pustelink is their 4th rider forward, making a debut at the European Championships. And Casper's Ronaldo is the name of the pony that she rides for Team France. It's a pony there that has got championship experience, was ridden in fact here in Le Mans 2 years ago by the French rider Lana Messina, who took 3rd place in the individual bronze medal. A little bit deep, but got away with that. Just what the French team needed, just where they needed it, delivering a clear round, and not only that, from her point of view, it's the fastest of them. Best individual round so far, Luan Pustelink and Casper's Ronaldo. But from the team perspective, keeping them on a potential best score of 4.
Fantastic. First
Great news.
placement for the moment for Luan and Casper's Ronaldo.
So what have we had? I mean, the clears have suddenly mounted up. I can't believe the way it's changed in the second half. We've now got 9 of them. Well, from France to Germany. Now, Germany have been having a particularly tough day of it because they've had 2 eliminations, which has meant they're having to count the 8 that was scored already. They certainly can't afford another elimination because otherwise that would be the end of their chance. Hannah Bradford trying to sort of move things forward now with Kapaya Z. Last year riding Karin van Orchides, she was on that silver medal winning team in Belgium. It's going to count. Keeping it to the 4 though, which will move the German team onto a total of 12. For the score from Hannah Bradford and Kapai here in the first qualifying competition for the Pony European Championships of 2025.
Next to go, riding for Sweden is Signe Egengren.
So now we move to Sweden. Now Sweden, who have had 2 4s and an elimination. No, they didn't have an elimination. It was a big score there, 30. Either way, the discard that would be next up is a score of 4. This is the turn of Signe Egengren, riding Patch Choice. 4th rider out then for the team. Another making a debut at these championships. Has ridden Patch Choice on a couple of teams though this year, including a winning team in Drammen. said, will count towards the score. In fact, she's had that rail down, so now it becomes 8. And 8 it is. In fact, that means that they can discard that for the moment. I apologise because they've got that 4 they were holding back, so it moves Sweden up onto an 8 penalty score as a team, and that as an individual round is a score of 8.
2 faults, total
Belgium.
8 points, and time of 70 seconds point.
Rider
1-0
number
Senior
4
American and pass choice.
for another of the teams that is currently sat on a 0 score. Now, having had an elimination, they're obviously using the clear of Clementine Lux. They're holding a discard of 17. They really are sort of in a position where the team's score could go one way or the other, depending what happens with the next 2 riders. This is Niels van Rossum and Telsa van Het Kilavetier. Niels on his championship debut as well. A lot of pressure on these last 2 riders now for Belgium. Well, handling the pressure quite brilliantly. I tell you what, this is quick. Wow, superb round. It's clear and it's quick.
Clear round.
It's faster than Clementine. So goes second in terms of the individual order of this table A of Fulton time. Niels van Rossum, well done to you. Belgium will be over the moon because at the moment, despite having 2 difficult rounds, they've also got 2 clear rounds with 1 left to go. So that is a super news story for that team. Now, Italy, who are on a best outcome of 4 from a team perspective. Their next discard in the mine is a score of 4. It's going to be the turn of Rachel Zendrini. Rachel Zendrini is riding Helsinki. Helsinki Chevahel. Last year she rode Lacoste at the European Pony Championships.
Yes, indeed. She was first and second with another horse called Lacoste, and now she is with Helsinki, Rachel Zindrini from Italy.
Now the Italians, as I say, holding a 4 penalty discard, so if a fence does go down, the 4 will count. There is defence going down, and that 4 penalties coming into play. From a team perspective, they are now on a best outcome of 8. Ooh, sadly just having a little bit of a change of stride at the end there, and that meant it's a total of 8, so that becomes the discard score for the Italians, who now move on to a best team outcome of 8. To count the 2 4s, with 1 rider still to go here on day number 1.
Next to go, riding
A
for
lot will
Great
happen
Britain.
over the course of those two team rounds tomorrow. That is, I'm pretty confident for sure. Either way, we now turn our attention back to the defending champions, Great Britain, one of those nations that could yet finish on a 0 score, but that was because they got the clear recently from Darcy Breen. They've still also got 2 4 penalty rounds they're holding as discards for the moment. So it's over to their 4th rider. This is Nelly Locke,
Holland, Joy,
riding Cato van
Witcher
de
from
Langervelden Z.
Next
This
to
will
go,
be Nelly's
riding for Great Britain
championship
is
debut, I
Nelly
believe.
Locke, and she is
And
with Cato van der
another combination
Langevelde
sort of
Z.
started together last
Second
year.
place winner in Holland and third place in
Jumped on
Germany.
a few of the pony classes over the winter and then put in a very strong performance recently in some of the classes at Bolesworth. The British team again in that sort of boat that they have to get a clear here to stay on 0. Did a very good job through there. Time looks good. Oh, what a brilliant round for Great Britain. Nelly Locke on her debut at the European Championships has jumped a clear round. And Cato is up there 4th individually. It's a cracking performance. And the British team now, who are pushing on to try and defend their title from 12 months ago, know that they still need a clear from their last rider, though, to lock in that 0 score on day 1. So they've got that opportunity. Well, now, one of our individuals, not part of a team, just as an individual, Le Brice for Monaco. And riding here with Batista de Terreau.
Conforté par un récent classement. C'était à Cassin sur 1,30 m à l'occasion du Grand Prix du CSIP.
And welcome to Liv Piris, representing
Some
Monaco.
nice rounds recently, especially in Pistorizio.
With Bastia et Cleo.
Her top 5 finish in that Grand Prix.
Last year and
More than capable.
second place this year.
Competing as an individual and jumping a clear. Not only clear, she's quick, fastest of all the clears, and almost doesn't believe what she's done. Well done to Liv, and well done to Batista. 68.24. She's delivered the fastest of all the clears so far, which will sure be a massive moment here on day 1 for them. Clear rounds, as I say, have grown quite substantially now. We've got 12-0 scores. Now we come back to a rider that's also competing as part of a team. As I say, everybody involved is an individual, but part of the Irish team. Now Ireland are in a great position because they've got 2 out of 3 clears, so whatever happens after this round, they will go to their 4th rider, still able to get a 0 score today, but a clear round here would make it guaranteed after 4 riders have gone. This is Charlie Flynn riding with HK Zena. Charlie, who rode at the Children's Europeans last year for Ireland when the team finished 4th. Now having an opportunity here in the Pony Europeans. These two played a role in Ireland's win in Belgium and in Germany in the Nations Cups. He also was on the team in Compiègne when he went on and won the Grand Prix. That though was on Montana. Super talented jockey. Could this be the moment that Ireland were looking for? Of course it is. Nicely done from the Irish jockey, and that young man has just ensured that Ireland, alongside the Netherlands, will go through into competition 2, rounds A of that round tomorrow, as one of the teams on 0, which is just what they needed. Brilliant news. So Ireland with the 3 clears, that's mission accomplished for the team today. So the Netherlands also done that with 3 clear rounds. Now it's their final rider. This is Mini Voss. So we're coming into this sort of final rotation of riders out of the 5 from each of the teams. Back to the Netherlands, Mini Voss and Jasmine's Holly. Rode at the Children's European Championships last year on Don Diablo. The partnership here that were on that winning team down in Italy in May. At least have the knowledge that from the team perspective the pressure's gone away a little, but this from an individual perspective is as well as important, but unfortunately does pick up the score of 4, but knows it won't have an impact on the team result, just her individual score. So Jasmine Solly, Mini Voss on a total of 4 in the Netherlands, as we've already said, guaranteed a 0 score and a share of the lead here today. They will share the lead, whatever happens, going 4th into tomorrow with Ireland. But Belgium and Great Britain could be there with them. Meanwhile, France, who go next, the home team, did get the clear round a short while ago from their 4th rider, but they're holding an 8 penalty score and as a discard, and they're on a best outcome of 4. Brune Favre is their final rider. She has Engim Desprez. So this a rider again now with a lot of experience. It's her 3rd European outing at the Pony European Championships. Could be a really important round for the home team here. With one fence left to go, it'll keep France within a fence of the leaders going into the 2 rounds of jumping tomorrow. It's a super round.
Well
Just
done.
when required, Brune Favier secures a clear. And that is just what they needed. And the clears just continuing to mount up. Still, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more left to jump in this Pony First qualifying competition for the FEI European Championships for ponies in the show jumping. Now, Malta Marschformen, it's a very important round for Team Germany because they find themselves on a best potential outcome of 12, so they know at best they're 3 fences off the lead. But they also know they've had 2 eliminations this morning, so all the scores are having to count from the other 3, of which we've seen 2. Now, it's Deltora K. Malta, who was on the Pony European team that took that silver medal last year with Jumper. She finished individually in 4th place as well. Now, there's as I say, the pony is called Del Toro K. On the podium for Team Germany in Hagen this year. Over the triple bar down to this tricky little plank. Well, this could be a real booster for Germany as their last rider delivers the clear round they've been missing so far. And Malta Marschformen and Del Toro K going 13th, sorry, going 7th even, if I look at the right line. Individually 71.15, but it's that clear round for Team Germany. It means they finish day 1 on a total of 12. Run of clears. What have we had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row now. Vigo Westerlund from Sweden with Gareth Merelad. Who had that outing last year for Team Sweden at the Pony Europeans. His debut 12 months ago saw him as part of the team that finished in 4th place on this same ride. Gelding by I Love You Melody.
Out of 44, riding for Sweden is Viggo Bergström with Gaud Mahara.
Often running now for Viggo. Using the combination perhaps with the most experienced in the team to be able to anchor them in, but unfortunately picking up 4, and that counts. The discard is an 8, so if he has another down, that would count also. Currently, Sweden have just moved on to a team score of 12. Now, if he clears the last, it'll ensure Sweden stay level with Team Germany. Both those teams finishing the first qualifying competition on a total of 12. Score is 4, of which there have been plenty. 15 individual jockeys have gone clear, and we're now in to the final 4 to go. Belgium, Italy, Great Britain and Ireland. Robin Vermeer is the anchor rider for Team Belgium. Again, a team that for the moment at the very least is sat on a score of 0. But they and Great Britain both need clears from their final riders to make sure that it stays that way. This is Crystal Sparkle van Berveld.
Robin Vermeer and Crystal Sparkle van Berveld for Belgium.
Of course, she's been a great asset to Belgium, both in the ponies and in the children's category, which she jumped in last year, where she was on Belgium's silver medal winning team. This is her 3rd time at Pony European Championships. Last year with this pony, 2 years ago actually, with this pony she finished 4th individually. Now, sort of teetering because they have a big 17 penalty discard next in line. Obviously, if fences start to fall, the faults start to count, but Belgium with an opportunity to have a share of the lead going into tomorrow. Oh, there's the 4. Unfortunately, Belgium's perspective, it counts. They slip onto the 4 with France. Or it is. Time is safe for the mark for Robin Vermeer for Belgium. So, as I say, from Belgium's point of view, they now do finish their day on an outcome of 4. Germany and Sweden, we know, are on 12s. We still don't know, though, what's going to happen yet to Italy, Great Britain or Ireland. Well, we do, actually, with Ireland. I take that back. They've had 3 clears, so they know they've already done what they need to. This, though, is Sophia Frizarin riding Northern Dancer. The Italian team who could yet finish on an 8, but also have an 8 penalty as a discard.
With Northern Dancer.
So, first of these 3 riders to go. Italy here, her second Europeans for Sophia Frizarin, and Northern Dancer coming back for a 2nd year in a row. Beautifully done.
Well done.
Didn't want to speak too soon.
Around.
Well done to the Italians. That was the perfect ending, and it means they do indeed go forward on a total of 8.
First clear round for Italy.
Italy's opening clear as well. They saved the best till last, didn't they, with that one? So they will stay on the 8, which is just going to be 2 fences off the leading group. They're going to be a fence ahead of Germany and Sweden. And we still don't know what's going to happen to Great Britain yet. Now, the British team will either finish today on 0 if they get a clear from Sophia Rogers, or their discard would be a 4 if they have to use it. So the worst outcome is a 4, but they'll be hoping for the best outcome of a clear round if they can. And Sophia, the anchor rider in the team, part of the gold medal winning team 12 months ago with Neil, who she's riding today, was also top 10 individually.
55. She placed 4 times first place in international competitions.
Helped the British team to win the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Final as well in Leer in September last year. Coming down into this tricky little line that's cost a lot of riders faults this opening day. She's got that out of the way. Leaving her just one more round to go. Clear round for Great Britain, Sophia Rogers, and that is just the finish the team needed, anchoring in the score to a team outcome of 0 and a share of the lead with Ireland and the Netherlands going in to that team competition over tomorrow with the 2 rounds of jumping, where they'll select 4 riders and that'll be the best 3 out of 4 that counts. So there's one more to go. We know already that Ireland are guaranteed a 0 score, but can they deliver a 4th clear round with Lily Tunney? She's the last out both for Ireland and for day 1, riding Fireman. Rode at the Pony Europeans for the first time last year with this pony, and helped the team finish on the 3rd step of the podium to take the team bronze. Rode at the Children's Europeans the year before in Italy. Now, as the last out. Can't change things in terms of where where Ireland are at, because they've got 3 clears. But if they were to get another clear, they would be the only team to have managed to get 4 riders clear. Swiftly over the double. Over the last, and it is perfection for the last to go for Team Ireland. Using the experience of Lily to anchor in the round, and the team and Fireman delivering the clear round. So Ireland were the only team actually to get 4 riders round clear. But it means that 3 teams, the Netherlands, Great Britain and Ireland, will go in to the team competition for round 1 tomorrow. There are 2 rounds of jumping on a 0 score. The Netherlands, Great Britain and Ireland. You also then have the team from France, who, alongside Belgium, are on a score of 4, just 1 fence away, going into tomorrow. Then you've got on 8 the team from Italy, and then on total of 12 it is Germany and Sweden. So 3 fences covering the top teams, or all the teams, of which there are 8 teams. In terms of the individual honours, we saw, 18 clear rounds? The winner of the individual sort of honours today, Liv Puris. And of course, it's the faults element that really does count. That's what they need to consider. So well done to Liv Puris. And in second place, that went the way of Luan Polstenik from France. And then Belgium's Niels van Rossum taking third.
À repartir avec un solde vierge, les Pays-Bas, la Grande-Bretagne et l'Irlande, et puis 2 nations repartiront avec un compteur à 4 points, la France et
Well done, everybody. Now, just thinking ahead to tomorrow. I'm not sure the times are out for tomorrow yet, but we do know that tomorrow is where things continue in terms of the Pony European Jumping Championships. Yeah, the times. Oh, they are up. Yeah, they are up. So 8:30 tomorrow morning. We go again with the next stage of the teams, the Pony Team Championship, the second individual competition. So 2 rounds of jumping tomorrow, gets underway at 8:30 local time tomorrow morning. So medals as well at the end of that. It's going to be a big day of sport. So all that to come and look forward to. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day here in Le Mans. And thank you for being with us this morning on FEI TV.
Avec les autres pistes qui se déroulent en parallèle à 13h30 donc pour le CSIP et à 15h05 pour le Large Tour, respectivement sous les couleurs de Privilège Équitation et de l'ANPFS, l'Association nationale du poney français de selle.
At 1:30, we will have the Privilège for the Pony Small Tour. And just following at 3 o'clock, 3:05 will be the pre-association for the Pony Française de Selle, will be the Pony Large Tour.
Alors à tout à l'heure côté jumping, belle journée à tous, bon championnat d'Europe ici au pôle européen du cheval, côté dressage, puisque j'en suis sûr vous irez apprécier les reprises de vos collègues français, belges ou autres bien évidemment.